Tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, many Ashura ceremonies will be held. I call on cancelling all of these ceremonies, and I call on everyone to take part in this protest tomorrow. Men, women, children, I call on them to take part in this sit-in. We must meet tomorrow and to show our support with Gaza and the people of Gaza. We must make our voices heard tomorrow. Tomorrow the world must hear our voices, and the world must witness our Husseini fists, and we must announce to the world that we are here, we are present, and nobody can, of course, impose fear on us. No fear can prevent us from taking these steps. I would have called on such steps being taken on the 10th day, but tomorrow will be the 10th day. Every day is Ashura, all territories are Karbala, and tomorrow will be the day of answering to the calls of Hussein, and tomorrow it is your duty, inshaAllah. Sayyidi Aba Abdullah Hussein, this is your blood, this is your voice, this is your word. We're hearing chants now of death to Israel by those who are present, by the crowds, a slogan of Al-Maut li Israel, which is death to Israel. Aba Abdullah, the son of the Prophet, this is your blood, this is your voice, these are your body parts, this is your word, your words which we remember throughout history. You, once again, your blood is victorious against the sword, your blood is saving the Ummah, your blood draws the road and teaches us to live the life of honorable, dignified people. Assalamu alayka, Mawlay Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, peace be upon you, son of the Prophet, peace be upon all those martyrs who shed their blood for your sake. I pray for peace to be upon your soul, and I hope that I will continue to commemorate your memory. Peace be upon Hussein, peace be upon Ali, son of Hussein, peace be upon the children of Hussein, peace be upon the friends of Hussein, peace be upon all of the martyrs who are marching on the road of Imam Hussein, and peace be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Well, there you have it. That was a speech by Seyed Nasrallah, the head of the Hezbollah movement in Lebanon. Just to contextualise for our viewers who might not be aware, what Seyed Nasrallah was talking about there, Muharram, Ashura, and Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is the grandson of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. Muharram is a very important month in the Islamic calendar, especially for Shia Muslims. The 10 days in which we're the eve on now, 10 days of mourning to mark the slaughter of the grandson of the Prophet Imam Hussein, who was killed, a group of 72 people against an army of 10,000, and that was the reference he was making to the situation in Gaza. The culmination of these 10 days is the day of Ashura, the 10th day of this month, when Muslims across the world, especially Shia Muslims, come and commemorate this death. So that was the relevance of what he was saying. This speech, in fact, was supposed to be about the beginning of this month, but because of the situation in Gaza, it has now been taken to speak about the situation in Gaza, and that was the reference being made there, that the situation in Gaza is a representation representation of that struggle that took place in the month of Muharram, for many Muslims, a very sacred month. Powerful words, stern words, frank words from Hassan Nasrallah there. Just to pick up on a few of the main points that he made, stern words to the Arab world. Last week on the 21st anniversary of Hamas, Hassan Nasrallah had brotherly words for Egypt and for the Arab world, but today he said he must say the truth, words that he did not say in the Lebanon war in 2006, but words that he must say now. He said that the description of what is happening is that the US and Israel are planning to humiliate the region, and they want a settlement to the Arab-Israeli issue, but their own settlement. And he went as far, he did name Egypt and Jordan, in fact, and he went as far as saying that some Arab countries are complicit in this plan, and that if they do not open the crossings, if they do not help the situation in Gaza, then they are a part of the tragedy going on in Gaza right now, and they are part of the atrocities happening. Stern words directly to Egypt and the Egyptian government as well, Hassan Nasrallah had. He went as far as saying that in the 2006 Lebanon war, he knows that some Arab countries were not only complicit in the plans of the war, but they had even asked for it. And he said that that is the situation we're seeing in Gaza as well, that there are Arab countries that are complicit in these plans, on these attacks on Gaza, and may have even asked for it. A lot of similarities between the Lebanon 2006 war and the situation in Gaza. In fact, Hassan Nasrallah said that this is the Palestinian carbon copy of the Lebanese war. It is the same battle, and we wait to see now if there will be the same result. But really, a humanitarian plea today by Hassan Nasrallah as well. He said that there is a humanitarian foundation to the struggle going on right now, and that human dignity and human rights must be maintained. Criticism of the media as well, especially some Arab media, for their coverage of this event going on in Gaza, and of course the expected calls for protests. He said that protests must be taken on across the world, and that it was not just a request it was not a request that he had during the Lebanon war, but now he is requesting that people across the world go to the streets and pressure their governments to have some input in the situation in Gaza, especially in Egypt. He called for millions to turn out on the streets in Egypt and put pressure on their government, headed by Hosni Mubarak, to do something. He called Egypt the cornerstone of the situation, that Egypt must take a historic decision to aid the situation in Palestine. And on the Lebanon position, some stern words. Hassan Nasrallah said he has deployed resistance troops to the south of Lebanon because there is at the moment some activity going on over Lebanese airspace, and he said that without wanting to be alarmist, that precautions must be made, and that the situation in Gaza might be a prerequisite. So one of two options he mentioned might be a prerequisite to some Lebanese attacks by Israel. He said that Lebanon has beaten Israel in 2000 and in 2006, and they were ready to defend themselves. And of course, we were expecting calls for protests in Lebanon, and that call was made. Tomorrow, he has said that it will be a day of mourning in Lebanon, and that protests will take place in the afternoon. Usually, calls by Hassan Nasrallah to go to the streets are met with popularity, and thousands across factions turn up. We'll keep you updated here on Press TV, of course, on those protests. But it is the 10:30 p.m. edition of the International News. For those of you who are just joining us, we were